We're live.
All right. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, everyone. Happy day, happy day. This is Erica Kessie, your Thrive strategist and CEO of your Goal Concierge. We are here to talk about how imposter syndrome causes burnout, how we combat and thrive. And I am joined here with Abby, my Chief Operating Officer. And Abby, could you introduce yourself?
Yes. So my name is Abby Williams. I am the owner and CEO of Queendom Empire, where we offer virtual fractional COO services, online business management, as well as outsourcing VAs to try to help you make your business run smoother and help prevent um, business owner burnout with you. So I'm excited to be here with you today, Erica. I appreciate you so much. I just want to start off by saying that.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, yes, I appreciate you being. I actually asked for a person. I was like, call you into my life. Somebody who would just go with me, be with me, do the things I need to do. Like my partner, a partner with me, and I
Yeah.
appreciate you in doing the things that I would like to put out into the world, to have somebody. And so I'm not just speaking out to the void when nobody's here. But
Absolutely. I
yeah,
mean,
so
listen.
welcome to how imposter syndrome causes burnout. Um, and I see you, viewer. Hello, everyone. Please come in and share or say anything that you would like in the chat about what you want to know regarding this topic. But I'm going to tell you that imposter syndrome is, it really is causing a lot of people to feel just inadequate, having self doubt about themselves. And so it is, let me just define it. It is the persistent inability to believe that your success deserves and is legitimately achieves anything as a result of your efforts, and that you feel like you're a fraud, and you feel like there's some incompleteness. So you go get another degree, you go get another certification, you go uh, do more education, you won't launch that thing that you need to launch, that you have been wanting to do. You sitting on stuff, the things that you have in your mind to do. That imposter syndrome holds you hostage. It holds you hostage in a state of inaction, and then causes you to stay in bad situations that are not the right fit for you, circumstances that don't suit you well. And then you get, what comes along is doing things and being places that you don't want to be, and you burn out. Then you lose all your passion, and you fall into depression, and you start missing appointments, and you start being somebody who you don't want to be. You didn't want to be somebody who misses appointments, and you didn't want to be somebody who um you know loses focus. And if only you would really, really give yourself some self-acceptance of your brilliance. Yes, your brilliance. So there are types of imposter syndrome that I would love to address and to mention, because I don't think people really recognize that having when you have imposter syndrome, you can't be and have this symptom or this particular condition without being somebody, a person who is sitting and doing nothing all day, is not concerned about being a fraud. They are just minding they just doing that. They are not they are not concerned about that. You must be somebody. That's what I'm saying. You must be somebody. You are a perfectionist. You are a superwoman, superman. You're a natural genius. You're a rugged individualist. You're an expert. These are the people who are and suffer from imposter syndrome. So just that first bit is so important.
Yeah.
It's so important. Yes, there is a there Jill, there was a crying baby. I am at the library right now, and my daughter is a working at the library, and I'm so proud of her. And so I hang here at the library with her. And there was a little kid that wanted to play in the fountain over here, and the mom pulled him away from it, and he did not like that. So that's the reason that you heard the crying baby. But Abby,
Listen, if I may, it's too hot. I mean, I don't even blame that baby for wanting to get in some water, okay?
oh my goodness. But so Abby, when I talk about imposter syndrome and I talk about, the types of people who experience imposter syndrome, what what shows up, or what do you feel or think about that?
So, imposter syndrome, it is a very real thing, and it is one of the things that will quickly lead to burnout because you start questioning yourself. You start questioning who you are. Did you make the right moves? Did you move too quickly? Did you move too slowly? Um, you know, you kind of feel like you're not even in the right timing. And I think, people, it's so important to just sit back and just look at stuff because there are people that have ideas and want to start businesses and they don't ever start. They don't ever make it a point to start. So the fact that you just one way to combat that already is you keep the thought of, the fact that you even started, you've done more than most. If you know that and you really have a strong feeling that you're supposed to be more, and supposed to be doing more than what you are, you have to show grace to yourself because it's
Mhm.
going to take time to get there. There's things you have to learn along the way, you know, and imposter syndrome can really take a toll on somebody mentally and things like that. And it takes a pretty strong person to combat that, honestly, and to have the right tools and the right support. Your support system plays a big role into that as well. So I I've experienced it myself, and I think a lot of new business owners, especially when they're just getting started, that is one of the main things, one of the first things, um, that you will come across in yourself, and you have to look for and things like that, um, because it's hard. It's a hard thing to deal with and to try to be your own pep squad, your own cheerleader sometimes, because then with imposter syndrome, sometimes even if you have the support, sometimes it comes with the feelings, well, they're just saying that, or they're just being nice, or they're eventually they're gonna give up on me too because why would they stick around? So there's so much that comes with it. But it is something where it's just like if you just maintain at in those points, if you just keep doing what you're doing, even if it's just a little something, you know, if you didn't do anything today but made a list of things that you had to do, make a blueprint in your business, not but in your business, and you learn how to schedule that, you accomplish something big, you
You
know.
just said something so amazing right now. You said support. And as I introduced you earlier, I said you are my chief operating officer. You are my support. And not just that, I have a mom co-working group, and I have another group that another lady who interacts with me, who's in the my industry as a therapist, and I have a group of entrepreneurs that I work with, and I am the chapter director of Startup Grind, both Nashville and Oklahoma City, because I want to build
Yes.
community around this.
Yes.
We are superstars, and your idea, your passion that you have inside of you, it is a sin to not give it to the world. Have you all ever heard of the sin of the desert? The sin of the desert is How can you have water? You have this water, and people are thirsty for it, and you are not giving it to them. Why? You have it. You
Yeah.
have it. It's inside of you. It's for you. It's for you to share with the world. And then if you don't, it will cause you to burn out. It will cause you not to ever go there. It'll cause you to sit on it for your whole life and not move and do the thing that's burning inside of you to complete your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Jill, we see you. I see you, and you said amen when Abby was talking about and speaking, and then you also said here, I don't think our culture allows us to have these feelings, even though we do. Oh
Honey,
yes,
yes.
go
Yes,
ahead, Abby.
yes. No, because that's society. Because society, if all right, I had to come to this conclusion even before I started my business and stuff, and I had to make up in my mind. I am not a member of society. I'm not a statistic. I am an individual. And there is something about me. There's something that I have to offer. I just got to figure out what I need to do with it, right? And because I have confidence in that, and of course I have a confidence and faith in God, because that is one of the things that I stand on with my business. We can't follow the ways of society. We can't trust what society says or what our culture says, or you know we think our culture allows. If we follow society and we follow culture, we are there. That shows a desperation of wanting to be accepted, right? Why haven't you accepted yourself? Why do you not have that confidence in yourself yet? Right? So, um, and at the same time, it's going to be something that we're always going to have to battle with culture, because our culture just keeps getting. There are no words. I was gonna try to put words with it, but there's just no words for how our culture keeps, getting and stuff, because we all have this thought that we're competing against one another, instead of trying to come together and lift each other up,
Ooh,
and
speak.
support one another,
Oh,
you know?
ma'am, you are correct. Being
Yeah.
collaborative and
Mhm.
communal is important. We
Yes.
cannot be individualistic. It has to be a choice that we're making. It has to be a choice that we are making to say, you know what? No, I am going to, instead of people saying, go, go find your competition and be better than them. No, how about you go find your competition and figure out how y'all gonna collaborate to have a joint venture and make some money together? How about that? How
Right.
about that? Because
Right.
they will never be able to do it the way that you do it. Only you, for example, Jill, only you can create what you can create. It is yours. It is your blueprint. It is like your fingertips. It's only the feeling and energy of you that gives whatever you're giving to the world. That's
Yes.
it. And you're a superstar. You are an expert. You are a perfectionist. Let's talk about being a perfectionist. A perfectionist is someone, it's so funny. If I said that someone is, if you say that I am an idealistic, or I'm a, idealistic, that means that you are a person who has these broad ideas, and you say that that's good, and you like that you say that that's a great thing. Why is it that when people say perfectionist, they don't want to be that? When if you're a perfectionist, you create perfection, period. There's no reason to strive for it. You already do that. You are
Right.
that. There's no, do you see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
People will make you think that the who you are is something wrong with it. And if this is a way to combat, imposter syndrome is to know that exactly the way that you are is exactly accepting that about yourself, and you just basking in that. Just sit back and just bask in how brilliant you are, baby. Yes, it's okay for you to do that. That doesn't mean that that you're that you are pompous and that you're narcissist or whatever. It just means that you are valuing yourself, that you are
Yeah.
pouring into yourself. Yes,
Yeah, and I do want to speak on perfectionism for a little bit because that plays a role in people thrive in community, not isolation. Yes, Jill,
Yes,
absolutely,
yes,
absolutely. Yep,
yes.
and people don't, a lot of people don't want to recognize that, and then about perfectionism because I'm a bit of a perfectionist myself, and
I
that's
know it, and I love that about you. I love it
but
about you, baby. You will
if I'm
ask me a
being
question. You will ask a question.
oh yeah. Oh yeah, because I want to make sure all of my T's are crossed and all of my I's are dotted. Hold on, let's make sure that we're getting everything here, right? So I
And
mean,
I'm an activator. Listen, and see, we work very well because I'd be like, let's go.
and it turns out great every time, and I love it. We do work very well together. And that's why I'm so thankful for you. And
We
at
be
the
acting
same
up.
time, we do, we do, we have fun.
We have fun. That's what.
We have
Oh,
fun.
we just said something real big right there.
What?
Fun. When you're
Yeah.
sitting around having and feeling like an imposter, you're not having fun. How about you go find your satisfaction? What is making you satisfied? What's gonna be the fun thing to do? Like, don't let anything else be your business. Your business is to have fun. Your business is to enjoy your life. Your business is to do what you're passionate about and do that with brilliance. And I'm sorry I cut you off, but that was a point I had to make sure that we really dig in there because that's that's so important. If we could just have a good time, we forget that. We forget that we're supposed to be having a good time like kids.
Right, and I mean, and a lot of perfectionists. So that's the thing, because we're so focused on we got to get this right. We got to make sure this is right. We got to make sure that it's you know top tier and stuff. Because all of the stuff that comes with that is if we do like if we do anything like if it's not up to our standards, imposter syndrome comes right on in because I couldn't get this right. I couldn't get this up to my standards and stuff. And then you deliver it anyway. Sometimes you take a chance and it ends up being exactly what it's supposed to be and happening exactly the way it's supposed to happen. Right. But that's where community comes in and things like that, because I mean, you need that support and for other people to come in and say, look, you did a good job. This is what you did, right, instead of focusing what you didn't get done or what didn't happen, you know. Um, you have to combat that because we take the fun away from ourselves
Yes, we
when we're
do.
when we're holding ourselves to a really high standard. There's nothing wrong with holding yourself to a standard, but at the same time, there's got to be a
Speak.
what do you like to say, harmony with
Harmony. Yes.
there has to be a harmony with giving yourself that grace too,
Yes.
and
There is a there is a place where you can say, and these can live together. I'm doing the best that I can, and I could be doing better. They can live together.
yes,
They can
yes,
be right there together. It don't have to be one or the other. But in our lives, we're always, I got to be doing better. I got to be doing better. No, I'm doing the best that I can right now. Okay. And that's all right. Like
yeah,
today, I'm all right. I am
yeah,
doing the best that I can. You know what I'm saying?
be, because a lot of the fun comes in the learning process. A
Yes,
lot of the
it
fun
does.
comes where we're not
It
perfecting.
comes in
Why?
the
Because
dreaming and the playing and the imagining.
yeah,
Ah, it's so nice to brainstorm with people, to sit
yes,
and brainstorm. Well, that's what I was doing yesterday, talking to this lady about the mentorship program that we're creating. We just sat and brainstormed and came up with the most beautiful offering. It was first just one-on-ones. Now it's actually a community event where we bring people together. They get introduced to mentors, resources, networking, and then also making sure that they're thriving. And I said, and we do it twice a month. And I said, that's exactly because it needs to be community. You are right, Jill. It is about community. It is. And community allows you to actually see your brilliance and root you and say, go on, Jill, you did that. Because you need somebody else to cheerlead you. You do. You need somebody sometimes just to acknowledge. It's a song. Somebody, I don't know if y'all ever heard this song by it's Ariana Grande. Somebody just told me this song, and it makes me cry because it's called POV. And you like that song?
My little sister, if you knew, my little sister
Yeah.
was the one who showed me that song, and I downloaded it because of her. I know what you're talking about, and that
Oh my
is,
God,
yeah. I'm
girl.
not even a huge Ariana Grande
I
fan.
listen. I mean, I like her because of this song. I see it. I like it. I want it. I got it. I like that. Okay, you know that
Me
song.
too.
Cause baby, cause I mean, it's saying a whole lot in that song. Okay, cause
Yes.
because that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be that I see something, I like it, I want it, and then I got it. It's supposed to be that easy. Okay, it's supposed to be
Yeah.
that easy. So I like that. Now, I mean, I'm not as particularly. I mean, I'm not just sitting around. Oh my God, here we go. I don't really. I don't do that with anybody. I don't be fanning nobody. I don't be fanning girl nobody, but like real people. Because I'm fanning girl, the lady who created the library app. Anyway, oh, she's coming to Startup Grind, FYI, at the end of July. She's coming. The lady who created the library app is coming to Startup Grind. I'm so excited. She's going to be in Oklahoma City in an in-person event. Her name is Jennifer Chance. I just had to plug that really quick. Anyway, and I'm so happy, Jill, that you bringing up. Yes, bring up Jesus, baby. Bring it up because listen, you have to have your faith. You have. I mean, I always say to people. I always say to people, you got to believe in something. If you don't believe in nothing, but at least believe in yourself. Don't get me started today. Oh Lord, this has been so
Yeah.
good. This is good. What you say, Jill? I'm a person of faith and love the illustrations of Jesus. He didn't do life here on his own. He didn't. He had 12 close ones here. Spent time with them working, serving, learning, resting, and having fun. What a great representation of how to life. You are
I
correct.
I love
Jill,
that.
I
I
just
love
got
that.
goosebumps. I just got
Yeah.
goosebumps. Hey, Jill, if you need if you need somebody to be one of your 12, just let me know. I like you a little bit, okay? Maybe a whole lot. I just mentioned we finna see. But if you need some people, let me know because I am all for that. And then we'll bring Abby, and then I got some other folks, and we may even have a squad in a minute. All right.
Yeah, Joe, I
Listen,
love it. Yeah,
I'm
I'm big on the Chosen right now. If I may just like slip that in, I mean, like, because the Chosen, it really puts in perspective that show really puts in perspective how Jesus walked and how he lived his life and things like that. And there's been a couple of times throughout the series where he's been so so kind of aggravated that his disciples aren't understanding it. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is he needs to understand on their level, and his mom goes, they're only human, and Jesus goes, I am too. And I think that's one thing we forget. Like, he was human, just like that's why he could relate to us. That's why,
yes.
that's why
I
we
mean,
walk
don't
in
isn't
faith
that
with him. I
amazing?
love it.
Don't get
Hmm.
ooh, isn't it amazing that our God said, "Let me go down here and see how it is to be out here, down here with. Let me go down here and see what it's like. What it's like. Like, isn't that amazing? See, that's how I actually lead as well. Like, let me go see what this is about. Let me go see how it is. So then I can have a clear understanding of what's the plight of what people are experiencing. And yeah, like you are correct. I remember, oh, Gio, I'm so happy you brought that up. I know this is not, I mean, I know that we don't, listen, I cannot bring up, if somebody else is going to bring up Jesus and God, mhm, we're going to do it because that's the way it's supposed to be, okay? Because that's what was supposed to be meant of what we were supposed to be able to do during this time. And so going back to imposter syndrome, there is, if we are children of God, right? And you are God's daughter or son, you're royalty. Like, so how in the world can we question and have doubts about what he has planted inside of us? Don't get me started today. See, y'all got me going. I'm not supposed to be in here preaching. I feel like I'm giving a little sermon. But listen, if how can you say that you have doubts about what God has implanted inside of you? I want you just to revel in what God has done for you. And He has made you exactly that, brilliant. So don't let anyone, society, tell you otherwise at
Right.
all. You are not of this world. Be ye not conformed of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your. Woo,
Mind.
don't get
Yep.
me. That's one of my favorite scriptures.
I
Mm.
love it. I mean, the Lord has me memorizing this week. I'm memorizing Psalm 37, 3 through 5. I'm just gonna let you all go read that, for yourselves, because I'm still memorizing. That's what He's laid on my heart to do. And let me tell you something. One of the best ways to fight imposter syndrome and stuff like that. I understand. I understand everybody has their own way of doing stuff. So this is by no means, this is what you have to do. But what helps me, I've been getting up a little earlier and intentionally spending time with the Lord and reading my Bible and trying to and just conversing with Him, just talking with Him, because, like I said before, I'm human. I've got things going on. I need His help. I need His guidance. Right. So however He wants to lead this business, however He wants to lead me,
Come on,
it
come on.
has helped so much, and I've been
Mm-hmm.
so much more relaxed, just resting in His
Ooh, you
presence.
just said something. Relaxed. Ooh, you
Yep.
just said something. I was
So,
sitting up trying to figure
what I
out.
wanted,
I was sitting up
real
trying to
quick.
figure out relaxed. Go ahead. Relaxed is so good. Go ahead.
What I want to point out, because this has been on my mind since I've been learning these verses in Psalm 37, verses 3 through 5. The first words in each of those verses: trust in
Mm,
the Lord;
mm.
delight thyself also in the Lord; commit, that way unto the Lord. It is so interesting how God pointed that out to me. But anyway, again, I know this wasn't supposed to be a sermon and stuff, mate. It was just supposed to be said. Jill, you said, I think the hard thing of imposter syndrome is what you know and what connects in your heart is disconnected at times in life. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Things happen to us along the way, and it distracts our honey. It distracts. Yes,
It's
the
meant to distract us.
distractions.
Yes. It's
Yep.
meant it's meant to distract us. That's why we have to be
Yep.
intentional and hyper vigilant about what we truly know, what's in our heart. That means you got to be still.
Yeah.
You got to be still and allow it to come back to you on who and what, who's you belong to, what you're supposed to be doing, how you're supposed to be guided, how you're supposed to be leading yourself, how God is guiding you. Yes, you got to
And the
be
last thing,
with yourself.
was quoting out of the Bible, and I don't know the exact scripture. Listen, the Bible app is completely free. You can always look it up on there. But she said, like the good book says, as a man thinks, so he is. Yes, that is definitely biblical. So, I mean, that's why, going back to imposter syndrome, the confidence that you have, the way you think about yourself and the way you feel about yourself and things like that, it is also important, because if you have the right tools, imposter syndrome is not as bad to combat or to fight or what have you. That doesn't mean it won't be a challenge, right? But with like I said before, you will be learning things along the way, right? So learning yourself and learning how you need to speak and what helps you get through it, and then even letting your support system know what helps you,
Come on.
right? So that they can support you and help, tell you exactly what you need to hear. Maybe not what you want to hear all the time,
Come on.
right? But what you need to hear.
Well,
So
I mean, I want to mention right now that so as a licensed professional counselor and business execution coach, I work with business development centers. And this is something that I give them. I put the link up here. It's bit.ly/ your Thrive Plan. And I walk people through what it in conflict, what is your natural response? What naturally happens? What have you been conditioned to do? For example, when I say hello, people respond hello, right? But
mhm.
I have made it intentional that I don't just say hello to people, I say happy day, because I want to affirm that it's going to be a happy day. I need them to understand this is the space and energy that they're in when they were interacting with me. Also, that I interact with people all over the world. So why I say good morning and afternoon when I can say happy day, that means I covered the whole day. So those were the reasons that I intentionally said that, right? Well,
Right.
you naturally say things based on your culture and your conditioning on what happened. So if I had said happy day to a person in Spain, they're gonna say hola. If it was in France, it'll be bonjour, right? So we naturally respond to things, right? So I want to know, how do you do that? How do you naturally respond? But then there are sensations in your body, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, that shows up that causes you to respond in that way. I want to know about that. That means that you have a clear understanding of yourself at that point. You're self-aware on what you do. Then,
Hmm.
what is it that you do to cope? What is it that you do to help yourself? Are you breathing? Are you resting? Are you eating? Are you talking to a safe friend? What are the things that you're doing to manage those conflicts? For example, maybe you're feeling like self-doubt about something. So inside of yourself, you have heart palpitations, you're overthinking, you're you're feeling like a fraud. You're having sweaty hands, right? These are all the symptoms that are coming up. You feel disconnected, right? Instead of allowing yourself to just go into maybe flop where you just kind of don't even do nothing, or maybe you fawn and want to please somebody. Instead of doing those things, stop and care for yourself.
Hmm.
Stop and love on yourself. Stop and talk to a safe friend. Stop and breathe. Then you're back to contentment. And when I say stop, we just talked about God. Stop and pray. Stop and consult. Stop and let God's love flow down onto you and surround you. Then from there, you can make clear decisions about what's the next step you should do, the next behavior that you should do that's going to make you and God proud.
Baby, you better stop because I just went through that this morning in my personal life.
Did you?
I did. I did. I did. I
Come
don't. I
on,
don't
tell us
want
about it.
to. I mean, I've been having some issues with my air conditioning and stuff like that. I mean, so my AC is out. Just a little, just a little testimony or what have you. It's been a couple of days. Okay, my landlord has been a little slow to get back with me, but he did. Okay, but see, the Lord has really laid it on my heart, and it's been, I've been procrastinating. I haven't really been saying no, but I've been procrastinating. Okay, um, and so finally, I'm like I said before, I'm getting up early. I'm spending my time with him. I'm reading. I'm learning. I'm trying to hide His word in my heart. Right. I am praying. Intentionally, more intentionally than what I normally do. Okay. Um, and I'm like, Lord, everything that I have going on right now. I mean, I've got about 20 million things going on at once. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said before, I'm human. Okay, if it's not one thing, it's another. Because with this AC going out, it's also leaking on the floor and all that other good stuff. So
Oh,
anyway,
my
I'm just
word.
like, Lord, what I need to get out of this house. I need to get out of this house. Okay. I called rental places yesterday. I can't really find anywhere to rent. I mean, like, it's been the housing market, just renting and buying, it's a struggle. Okay. It is a struggle right now. But the Lord had really, worked it out. I was able to talk to my landlord today, and I said, basically, look, I said, I have this, and I have, what I need for you. However, I know I need to get out of this house as well. But the right thing to do, because I operate with integrity, right? He gets paid first. Period. Whether this AC is working or not, I have resided here, right? And I mean, a lot of people, especially with this heat and stuff like that, that would really make them, well, I'm just going to take my money and go find somewhere else to go and da da da. But no, do the right thing. I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? This is a business for him as well. And, so I said, listen, I'm not trying to leave you high and dry or anything like that. I mean, I've got a baby coming too. This is advertised as a 3-bedroom, but it's really a 2, right? But it's just, I was like, Lord, what do you want me to do? How do you want me to move? How do you, what am I supposed to do with this? Because it is every bit of 86 degrees in my house. The heat index down here where I'm at has been 111 yesterday. I'm hoping that it's going to rain today. So, because it's been cooler, because when it rains, it's cooler outside than it is in my house, right? So, I already am not a summer person. I don't like the summer. And people make fun of me for it, but you know what? I will take the winter any day over the summer. Thank you, Jill. That's what I'm talking about. It is too hot. It's yes. My favorite times of the year is fall and winter. Once
That's my
August comes
favorite
around,
time too. I love me some fall, baby. Yeah.
yes, yes,
Hmm.
but the Lord provided the guidance. I mean, after a couple of days of it being a challenge to get in touch with my landlord, because I wanted to speak with him before I made any kind of move. Because again, integrity doesn't matter what's going on here. I have an obligation, right? So we're gonna let the Lord deal with the rest of it. But I was able to talk to him. He's supposed to get somebody out here to fix the AC today. I hope so. I have a fan blowing on me right now, but it's cooler, and I'm gonna be thankful for that. When I wake up, incredibly hot and stuff like that, first thing it's just, what, Lord, just thank you for the roof over my head. Thank you for, you know, having a place to lay my head, having a place to sleep and to rest and stuff like that. Thank you for the fans that are helping at least every so little bit. But when you humble yourself like that,
Yes.
everything else falls in place, right?
Listen,
So
gratitude. Gratitude
yeah,
is the highest form of being. That is the highest form of your being. If you can just
yeah,
take a moment and just be grateful for what you do have,
yes,
grateful for what is there now. It just opens up, just it changes your feelings, it changes your emotions, it changes your thoughts by just kind of acknowledging what you do have. Like, there's lots of beautiful things that is happening in our lives that we just sometimes do not acknowledge. Like, so I just want to say, awesome coping that you're doing, and being resourceful, and you're intentional, and kind of walking out that experience, the conflict, and you're still here. You're right here with me, and I appreciate you, Abby, for coming, showing up despite what's happening. It's amazing. So awesome. Thank you so much. This has
yeah,
been spectacular. Okay. I am very, very proud of what we have been able to do here with how imposter syndrome causes burnout, combat, and thrive. We are going to do this every Wednesday. Okay. Every Wednesday from 11:45 to 12:15. We're going to talk about this thing. Because actually, going back to what Jill mentioned earlier, the goal is to build community. Like, let's build
yeah,
community around these circumstances. Let's normalize the experience, and let us walk away renewed and inspired to go out and do the things we need to do, and don't let doubt stop us from pursuing our purpose and what we're supposed to be doing here in our lives. Community. um
yeah.
yeah. So, like I said here, I want to connect with everyone. Nashville Startup Drive, Oklahoma City. I connect, and let's build community. Let's have each other. Let's truly, con- support each other and root for each other, to have the best circumstances. Let's build joint ventures together. Let's grow and change the world together. And I do want to say, I'm Erica Kessie. I am the CEO of Your Goal Concierge. I also have an opportunity for people to gain mentors, as well. If you are looking for a mentor, you can reach out to me. You can reach out and go to Your Goal Concierge / Thrive Oasis. That is Your Goal Concierge / Thrive Oasis. Also, if you are a person that is still working on leaving their job, maybe you're a part-time entrepreneur, and you're working on leaving your job, and you're trying to figure out how you're going to make that leap. imposter syndrome has been stopping you from making that leap to the next step. Uh, I have a program called Corporate Escape that will both work on your well being so that you feel comfortable to launch yourself into a business, into a coaching business. Because I believe that we all are coaches in that we have expertise that we can share with people and let that be another stream of income for you. So, if you're interested in corporate escape, reach out to me as well. You can go to bit.ly/ um, 15 Erica chat, and we will discuss corporate escape. As well as want to make sure, Abby, you get a chance to tell people about your business and about what you would like for people to know.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I've got to get that link real quick. So I just got it yesterday. My name is Abby Williams. I am the CEO and founder of Queendom Empire, where we offer virtual COO services, online business management services, and we outsource for VAs to try to help your business run smoother and hopefully um, give you a peace of mind and give you some rest, right? Because that's our goal. That's what we want to do. I do have a resource for a free outsourcing guide. And I am going to put that link in the comments. No, I'm not, Erica. Could you do it, please? Apparently, I am not connected to be able to put the link in the comments. But
Okay, yes. If you can send it to me, I will drop it. Send it to me, and I will put it in for you.
Alrighty. Putting it right here. And this is going to take you directly on my website under the resources tab. It is queendomempire.com. It's where I can be found at. You can sign up for, like I said, a free VA outsourcing guide. And that will kind of walk you through when you know you need a virtual assistant. That's what VA stands for anybody who doesn't know. VA stands for virtual assistant. So if anybody has any questions or is interested in any of those services, please don't hesitate to reach out. I can be found on LinkedIn, Facebook, and at queendomempire.com. And Erica, I've enjoyed you. I've enjoyed this conversation. We always have great conversations.
Wasn't it good? Man.
Yeah.
Honey, it was spectacular. I appreciate you being here, Jill. I appreciate all the people who are going to be watching this. Put hashtag replay in the comments and let us know anything that you would like to see or hear. There is Abby's link for you all to go get her outsourcing guide. And I did drop some other links in there for you to take a gander. And I just want to say thank you all for being here. And we'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.
Bye, everybody.